We're gonna say the pledge of allegiance.
Okay.
We can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
To the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
That felt good. I haven't done that for a while. Here we go. Yeah. That your speakers on? No.
They all should be.
Yeah. We'll call the meeting to order. Have secretary call the roll, please.
Keith Campbell,
Here.
Steve Eisenberg,
Here.
Bill Gallagher,
Here.
Val Ferris,
Here.
Jim Steele Smith, Chris Peroni,
Here.
Amy Richardson. Here.
Okay. We need to approve the agenda with flexibility. I have a motion.
I move we approve the agenda with flexibility.
I second the motion. Motion is second. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Okay. We have minutes to do. And has everybody looked at them or read them or have any corrections? Or-
We'll start with the July 15th.
July 15th, hearing. Regular meeting. Okay.
So if you want to go with July 15th.
July 15th, regular meeting. Anybody have any additions or corrections or we want to read them?
I read through it. Well,
I didn't find anything on mine, so.
if you did, I'm sure I will. Okay.
If we're okay, have a motion to approve the minutes as presented.
I'll move to approve the regular meeting of July 15th, 2024. Without corrections.
I'll second the motion. Motion is second. Any discussion? If not, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Those will be done. Write that down. All right. Next one is July 15th, 2024, HTBZA 2403 Miller. Hearing. I had a couple things. On the second page. And 1, 2, 3, the fourth paragraph starts with Mr. Steelsmith discussed. And that line, it should say Delaware County Prosecuting Attorney, not just attorney. Fourth, page 2, fourth paragraph.
County. Prosecutor.
And then the sixth paragraph. I gotta read that all over again here. To close the hearing, we have to have a motion and a vote. We close the public portion. I don't know who made the motion. Who seconded?
I feel like I made the motion.
I think that sounds good to
I
me.
think so.
I think I seconded.
I think that sounds right. Yeah.
And everybody voted yay,
Yeah, it's unanimous.
unanimous vote. Get that? Okay.
I have a misspelling of my last name on the bottom of page 2 there.
Misspelling of your last name.
FA.
It's just. Let's see, we're at.
Bottom of page 2 there.
On the last,
Very last.
last line, last,
So let's see.
Hear it all the time. Big wheel at the carnival.
Okay.
anybody else have any other additions or corrections? If not, we have a motion to approve them as corrected. Don't all speak up.
Oh, okay, I'll make a motion to approve BZA hearing HTBZA 24-03 Miller, July 15th, 2024. As discussed here and corrected. To approve.
We have a second.
I second the motion.
Okay. Any discussion? We need a. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. They'll be approved. August 19th, regular meeting. It was short and sweet. I had no corrections. Anyone else have anything? There's no discussion or correction. We have a motion to approve them.
I wasn't there, so I'm gonna make a motion.
I'll make a motion. We approve these minutes.
Second,
I second the motion.
motion is second. Let's do a roll call vote since we have abstention.
Okay, good.
Actually, and you were there here, right?
Yeah, he stood in.
He gets to vote.
Yeah.
He gets to vote that.
Keith Campbell,
Aye.
Sue Eisenbach,
Abstain.
Phil Gallagher,
Aye.
Kyle Ferris.
Aye.
Jim Steele Smith.
He's
and
absent.
two alternates, but
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Chris
Chris will.
Aye.
Amy Richardson. Aye.
Vote approved. That's done. Next, no hearings, no new business. Maybe a little bit. Zoning director's report. Our zoning director is off on sick leave. And so the only other thing I have, did anyone else get the email about the new email? In your Farm Township .net email account?
If you haven't set it up, then you wouldn't have gotten it. So the answer is.
So what, so to set it up, I bring the
Don't
computer in.
bother
Don't bother.
with that question. It was a new system.
Yeah.
So much time we saved.
Oh,
I just thought I was on the old one. Rick.
So, could you make copies for everybody of this? Since I got that today. In how many days? 60 days, the .net. And that was from a few days back, well, the 26th of August. The .net accounts we have now will be closed.
Okay.
We'll have a new account, so whatever your BZA 431, whatever number you are, will be the same. I don't know what your alternates are. We'll have to get together with Valerie, probably figure that out. And then you'll now have a .com email address, .net.
Okay.
Here's what's happening and the reasoning for it. The .net emails we have aren't savable. They don't automatically save. So if they get a records request that they have no record, they'd have to pull your device and pull all your records off of that to give a record request. So now with the .com, it goes to the cloud and the administrators can pull the emails
okay.
down.
Get archives.
Get it archives it, so then they can send, if we get a record request for my email, your email, the whole, all of our emails, whatever, they could be pulled out of the cloud and our devices wouldn't have to be taken. Now, I kind of agree with Steve a little bit too. If you get a prosecutor and if it gets really ugly,
Mhm.
they may want to come and get your devices, but the type work we do is, that's very unlikely. I mean,
Okay.
we've only had ever, I think just one, I think the dog thing ever went to court.
Yeah, so I mean, my behavior will be not to engage on that email with anything the least bit contentious or perhaps even due to be registering my position towards a vote or a decision. So if Valerie wants to send us the minutes to read in advance of the meeting.
That's the biggest thing we
and-
need.
And which makes the meeting more efficient. And just advising us of any, and the agenda would be good to get in advance. But otherwise, and I'm only gonna load it on my old iPad and read it on that device so that if someone does come looking sometime, I'll just be able to hand them my iPad and say, good luck. So,
Anyway, so that's the reasoning in this, what's going on, and like I said. I haven't tried this. I mean, I just got this afternoon, so I have no idea.
so it's basically gonna run as a client in your computer, not as an app as such. So you'll have to download the Outlook version for this thing specifically. And so I'm gonna talk to them because I'm an Apple guy, and so, you know, I'd like to be able to have it come in automatically into that device. But I don't have Outlook on that device and don't plan to put it there, so the option is probably either set up forwarding. And I would just create a new email account, a new Gmail account called Harlem Steve or something. And have everything going into that Outlook directed to Harlem Steve, and then it'll show up merged on my device. Cause otherwise you gotta go looking. It's like Valerie will have to send us a text 2 days before the meeting.
Check
Say,
your
"I've
email."
sent out this stuff, go look at your email account, cause it's not going to be
Right.
on your dashboard as such. So, I mean, I'm sorry to steal the room,
Well,
but that's
that's
how
why
I,
I asked you, because
Yeah.
I'd have no idea.
that's how I plan to do it. And if I find out that you can load it in so that can be a mail app in Apple, I'll let you guys know. And then you can set that up as just an additional Apple, an account.
I don't have any Apple devices, so I guess.
It is really important to get these up and running, so we have records. We have that paper trail that you're getting. the
Yeah,
current-
even if you don't use it,
Yeah.
at least it's active.
Yeah, that way they can't say, well, you know. And like I say, us getting a record request see it happening too many times. I don't remember it happening.
But I guess to the degree you are at risk.
Yeah.
If you haven't set it up, that if a records request comes in, then their only alternative is to come after your device. And you don't want that.
So I should bring the computer here and make my notes instead of writing them in the notebook, or I could give them a notebook, and
Yeah,
Well, I mean, for your notes for your
yeah, I
meeting,
got a notebook, yeah.
notes for your meeting, I don't, do you know, record retention,
it's really just email.
yeah, that's his own.
Let's keep it in 7 years.
Well, I said there's a record retention for stuff.
7 to
How long
10.
you have to keep it, I don't know.
What's that?
Usually.
Record retention, I think 7 to 10 years.
Different. I can check on.
You gotta keep them, you don't go to jail for not after.
Well,
You know,
there's ways around all
you see,
that.
I write a lot of notes
Yeah.
Don't. I don't.
Oh, you don't?
No. I wrote on here, it was, we approved the minutes. That was it. You know, it's like, yeah, I don't normally keep much of that stuff. I don't.
This is pretty self-explanatory. I read this before we started here when I got here with Keith. So I think it's,
Yeah.
but you're gonna have to call these guys. Because you're not gonna have that email that sent you with your address and your one-time login password,
They should went to their old one.
but they don't have an old one.
If you've never been on your
Who
old,
could,
yeah.
no, they've
Mm-mm.
never set them up, so they don't exist. So it's out there in vapor unless Valerie can see the messages
Can
they
you-
sent.
can you do that or does actually have to do it?
And Carol, I mean, we can help you with it.
Or just call
Can't-
Carol directly?
Can't, Carol can tell you exactly what to do. That would probably be,
So it Says on,
because there's funky passwords that have to be put in. So I would just give Sarah a call.
I think it does it have his information on here.
Does, let me get that.
You never said.
It might have been on the page I didn't print, so I didn't think it was.
Where
Yeah,
is that?
right.
Your email.
Oh, it's on here.
Simple guy.
Let me go off of here and back.
Yeah.
You got it?
I mean, to make this easy, Valerie, if you and or Ashley can get a hold of these guys
They can access it.
and basically get
That's all prosecute.
the. But he won't, I don't know if they'll give him what we need,
Yeah.
Because I've got
because
the
that's confidential
passwords.
information
Yeah.
I've got passwords that were assigned. Carol's the one that's.
to the
overseeing-
old system.
No, to this new too.
Oh, so
Carol's
you
doing
have,
all For the .com. and I've
so
got
you have the
passwords.
email and you know whose is whose?
Mhm.
Okay, so why don't you send each, how do we send it to you? Text it to them? Do you have everybody's mobile?
I have contact,
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah,
Everybody's
sure.
contact. Let me go get that. We can make sure that what the contact info I have for you is where I can get hold of you.
Cause she can
Either
text. On password, once you've got that. That's it.
So then do you set up a disposable email account for when you're sending email?
Well, that's what I'm thinking of doing, is just setting up, you know,
Alden's never,
harlemsteve@gmail.com. You can have as many
Back in.
Gmails as you want.
Yeah.
the Alden's never had a, not .net before
I
either.
guess the question is, do they now?
I don't
have-
know. I don't know what they set up. I don't know.
They should, because we want everybody to be at the same knowledge base, so. I asked, on the meeting the
Yeah.
comms meeting the other night, whether if, you know, if we needed more, can we get them? The answer was yes. So,
I think the reasoning being that the trustees decided at that meeting that everybody needs a .com. So that the records go to the cloud, so you don't
Right.
have to
right.
worry about
So
finding
alternates
records.
need them.
Okay, so this is what I've got as most. Right, so I've got you. You're gonna be number 5. All we're changing is the .net to .com.
Right.
You were assigned 5, you're gonna be 5 in the .com.
Yeah.
I know how to get a hold of you.
That's my, remember my wife's phone number, so that's
Okay.
good. Okay,
Okay.
let's check.
Use the mobile. So just text
Go ahead and
to
line it.
to the mobile.
Circle.
Don't even
password,
think about using this because it's not hooked up.
Take it out. Perfect.
There you go.
Okay.
6, I think, you know.
We did it. We took the landline up.
So now-
I only have it because I need it for my alarm
So
system,
I think this has been.
but we don't
updated
use
to
it as far as phone
The
calls.
the new one.
the new-
All I ever got was
Your
spam
your
calls.
personal, and then I can send the
But
get
using
the
that-
information to your personal, will set
Yeah.
up the new, so you're gonna be 6.
Right,
went from the-
CCA6.com.
So that's a good email address?
Yeah,
Okay.
let's see. The only next thing is done it. Yeah, that's me.
We've changed.
Address on there, sorry.
CenturyLink.
That's my text.
Spectrum,
Fine.
land, home phones.
Yeah.
However,
It's
you
a
want me to
internet went out,
send you
phone
an
went
email
out.
to.
The power went out,
Is this
phone went
okay?
out, you know.
Because you probably don't have.
But
this
I mean, we
in
wasn't
your
using it
email,
anyways,
so
and then I said,
whatever
I'll be
email
getting,
address you want me to
by the time I picked up,
check
it'd be,
to.
you know,
This
voicemails
is
under
kept
every
private and confidential. This is
garbage,
just
you know.
what the office.
But you know what?
We don't need this.
$10 a
Like
month, I
it
don't
is,
need it.
right, it
It's
is
$10 I can save. So we don't have, everything's just our mobile phones and that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people, most people are like that anymore.
It'll hopefully just be a one-time thing, and then I'll send you the information, and we get this set up, and then
Bunch of guys. It's not gonna be a one time.
it never has. I started this project almost 5 years ago.
No kidding. Let's flex money at AOL.
Why do you need this?
Mm,
And I think-
where's the
So
AOL?
this is what you're gonna base. I've got this, so what I need is.
Yeah, I mean, I do have an AOL that I use for some things and, works great. I mean, they've got some of the best security sniffers out there on their servers.
30 years.
They have caught stuff that, I've never heard but from Google Gmail on. That you know,
Bad.
people trying to come in through a back door or something, trying to crack the.
Or you can
AOL.
text it either way.
I've got some seriously phishing emails lately and one night I didn't catch, opened it by mistake.
Oh, right.
It's like, you know, I try it, you try and try, but they are so slick anymore. It's hard. And so I took it to Geek Squad. I don't know how good they are. They said there was nothing on there, so. But I had,
That's
I
who
went,
sent you the email.
It worked.
so but I,
Got some
Throwing up
quick
some business.
but I went and I changed all my passwords on my bank accounts and all that stuff. And it was like, you know, it's just like, I was at the Chase Bank in Sunbury and they said they have been overwhelmed with this stuff because most of the Columbus Police and Fire live in Sunbury. And they bank in Sunbury Chase Bank. And they've all been there changing account numbers and passwords and all that stuff because of the Columbus
breach.
because of Columbus breach. And I said, and that really could affect me. We have 2 houses in Columbus. I mean, you know, so I mean, our stuff's in Columbus is data too, you know. It's like, yeah, it's
That ought to take care of this, I think, everybody's.
yeah. So she'll get us all
I'll try again.
contacted. And,
Thank you.
Okay, and I'll check on the record retention.
okay. Next on the agenda, where are we? I lost my page.
Ready for the most important motion?
Yeah, I think so.
Changes on the routine.
No, everything was fine. I don't know how much I can discuss, so I might let that till it goes later. We may get an application from for a variance for a property change things.
Until we do, we don't need to.
Yeah, I just don't, it's, I'm in this discussion with Mike and trustees and and the prosecuting attorney. So the prosecutor recommends they go to the BZA. I said, why? I don't want to get in the middle of this, but anyways, so we'll discuss that when it comes, but until it comes, it's really.
On that note, I make a motion that we adjourn.
We got a second?
I'll second.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the
trained.
next BCA meeting.
The next BZ is the 21st.
Right.
21st.
Yeah. And that, all in favor, say aye.
I-
Aye.
Read the second, please.
Gallagher.
Okay, got you.
Mr. Second over there, he's good at that.
No, I'll second today.
It's easy.
I can always count on him.
What's first?
You want to?
I'm not sure if it's a week or not.
And we just got back.
Yeah.
We're fun.
Go to Sanibel. We've been there for 38 years.
Well, most like it.
Oh, it's devastating.
They still have the manatee down